I'm live. No sun, no Run Pure shirt. Was gonna wear one. Corey, what's up, buddy? As I said earlier, I'm getting a late birthday dinner from the in-laws tonight, so I'm gonna talk really fast, but I'm gonna hit some good points. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Did it seem weird, or if you guys didn't watch the Monday show, did it seem like my son was fucking interrogating me? He was like interviewing me. So that, like, I mean, I felt like I was doing an interview with this kid. Uh, I mean, so Dad, what do you do in the morning? Like, well, give me a routine when you wake up, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm answering these, and I'm answering like a fucking jerk off. I'm answering his questions. I mean, last time I got asked that many questions, I mean, the fuck? It was the FBI. I, I mean, what time do you get up? What's your favorite toothpaste? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I thought I was gonna get pinched. I wanted to fucking have somebody go to his house and check if he was wearing a wire. I mean, I was crazy. He's asking me all these questions, but he's not here today. Okay, but you know what? I do want to say this. Facts was on the JJ. I know you would think, right, Corey? The questions he was asking me was like, So let me ask you a question. I mean, where did you get the money to get that house? I mean, crazy stuff. I mean, anyway, but I do want to say this because a lot of people um, will email me and say, I think the show is great. He's like, but don't you think you're a little rough on your son? I mean, like, you say some crazy shit to him, and uh, I bust his balls because I can. Okay, uh, I and look, I'm only saying this because I know he's working late and he claims he doesn't watch the Wednesday videos. I mean, I don't believe him, but it's what he says. But he doesn't lie. Only when his lips move. But anyway, I'll put it this way. Uh, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, that's great, the relationship you guys have." I mean, you got a dad who's been in this industry forever. My son, who's now in somewhat, which I wish he wasn't. But I mean, I was blessed because you can't ask for a better kid than him. I mean, I know if he listens to this and he's like, I heard you said like fucking in early November. But if anybody, the people that met him, he's a gentleman. He's mild mannered. He's like kind of be the best friend that you guys have ever had. Here's the thing. He might be smarter than me. Right? Well, I don't. He might be smarter, but he's not as savvy. I can guarantee he's not. And the thing is, like, we'll have these things like, Dad, I'm a lot smarter than you. I said, look, but I'm clever. Now you have a choice. Would you rather be smart or clever? A clever motherfucker gets by in life. Being smart could only get you so far, right? What's it gonna do? But when you're clever, and I'm clever, he's not clever. So being clever might be better than being smart. But I do want to say this, like I said, I bust his balls. We have there'll be, it's not crazy to have him pick up the phone at any time and say, um, uh, to him call and say, hey, Dad, I got a question for you. And it's not about, a line move or anything like that. Um, just ask my advice on something. And, he trusts me with that. And I ask him, Peter, I got to tell you, I wish my dad was still around. Uh, my, uh, my dad is now gone 22 years, and I named him after. I named my son. I named JJ after him, John. Um, he was crazy. He was not crazy. He could put me and JJ to shame if he ever did these things. This wasn't his thing. He wasn't that kind of guy, but he was as slick as you can get. Um, and damn, he thought the world of JJ. Them two were inseparable. JJ grew up thinking, look, in life, here's the chain of command. You got Pop, was my dad. You got God, and then you got Dad, meaning me. And that's the fucking order. Okay, you listen to your grandfather first, God second, and if worse comes to worse, if neither one of them are available, then you can go to me. But yeah, I miss mine too, Peter. Believe me, it's different. So you know what? I do want to tell this quick story. I have to do this show quick, but I will get to the point. I'll tell you a quick story about my dad. And it's funny that you mentioned that, Peter, because it's almost around the same age. I was in my 30s. My dad was close to like 58, 60, just starting to get sick. Starting to get sick. He died of cancer, but he was the toughest motherfucker on the face of the earth, and there's no question about it. But when you get older, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, Father Time's undefeated. We're in a bar in Fort Lauderdale called Penrod's. Back in the day, it was a biker bar. The Outlaws or one of them fucking biker people were there. Me and my dad were there because they had the Cub game on in the afternoon. They had one of the few places that had cable, so we were there watching it. It wasn't like it was a rough place. But we're sitting at the table having some lunch, and these 3 or 4 bikers pull up. And so 3 or 4 bikers come up, pull up to the table, pull up to the bar, and they're having a couple of beers. And one of the guys says to his girlfriend and points to my father. He says, "You see that guy over there?" And his girlfriend says, "Yeah." So I'm going to walk up to him and punch him right in the fucking mouth and knock him out cold. Now I'm hearing this, and my father's hearing this. And I'm like, holy shit. I can't believe we're going to get caught in this fucking thing. So I look at my father. I said, "Dad, let's go." He says, "Shut your fucking mouth." So and that's the way he talked to me. I mean, God's honest truth. So he says, "Shut your fucking mouth and finish your hamburger." It's okay. And all of a sudden, a guy downs the beer, walks over to the table. So as he walks over to the table, we're kind of sitting across from each other. And I get up to stand in front of my father because I figure, look, this is a big motherfucking ZZ Top looking prick. You know what? I mean, I'll take a shot at him. I mean, I got a pretty good punch. I mean, I might not hurt him. I might not knock him out, but maybe I would. But this sure is fucking going to hit my father. Never going to happen in front of me. So the guy comes to the table, and my father looks at him. He says, "Wait a minute. Before you say anything," he looks at me and he says, "Joey, you get the fuck away from being in front of me and this guy. You got fucking 3 seconds. Because if you don't," he picks up a knife that, was on the table to cut whatever sandwich or burger or steak, whatever he had. He said, "I will take this knife and gut you like a fucking fish. I don't care that you're my son. Get the fuck out of here now." He's like, "You heard me." Then he looks at the guy and he says, "Listen to me. If I don't gut him, I'll gut you. So my suggestion is this. You're going to hit me and knock me out. You better fucking pray you knock me out. Because if you don't, I will carve you up like a Thanksgiving motherfucking turkey." The guy turned fucking white. He's like, "No, man, we're cool." He said, "You fucking right, we're cool." And this is a sick fucking guy. Not like sick. He didn't have cancer at the time, but he had some things wrong with him that kind of, But, and I think about that a lot. And I said to myself, if that happened today, would my son do that for me? Then I said, wait a minute. I don't know. Well, I would do it for him. I'll put it that way. If that was the case, I would stand in front of him if he had the situation. Would he stand in front of me? I mean, after he ran down the street and I had to chase him, yeah. But my son's, he's not that way. He's not a violent person. I grew up in a violent era. He didn't, which is good. But I think if my money was on the line, he would still do it, even making fun of my Fiji water. But yeah, my dad was fucking crazy. He was, he didn't. Hey, Corey, my dad, okay, so and I don't know how familiar you are with Vegas, but my dad was in Vegas, brought me to Vegas in the 80s when the Stardust was run by Lefty, by Frank Rosenthal. They were really good friends. So he knew all them fucking characters, like I say to JJ all the time, like when he sees the movie Casino, and I was like, that's, I know that guy, that's one of your dad's friends. He was kind of, he didn't fuck around. He was a good, he had some stories. I will say that he He had some good stories. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I want to talk about some sports. Then I'll throw in a joke because I know some of you guys definitely want to hear a joke. And Peter, what do you call it? As far as what do you call it? As far as your dad goes, always think positive things. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. Yeah, totally old school. Socks and underwear always matched. You did. I don't think my father wore socks or underwear. No, I don't have a bet on Nadal. I did. I had the first set. I did well. I had the first set. I faded Shapovalov in the first set. Took what's his name? Busta. Took him in the first set, which was good. And I had the over in the Taylor Fritz match. So they're setting that up for that guy to win. I did not touch the Nadal match. But I do like, if you got time, I think it's going to be tonight. I did take over in the Nori match that goes off at 5:45. So I did take over 21.5 games in that match. So you guys have time to bet that. Okay, so what I want to talk about is tonight we have football. So in football tonight, it was really crazy because I had the notes that I was gonna do. Here's what it said, guys. I bet Bowling Green -5. I bet it at 4.5. It's 5 now. I'm not really worried about it. It's still a good play. I like the game. Get on it. As far as this is what I wrote earlier today. As far as the Wednesday game on the members card, I think I had over 55.5 on Central Michigan, Northern Illinois. For some reason earlier today that line was 58, or last night it was 58. I said it's not going to be a play at 58. It's silly to give that many points, and it falls on numbers I don't like. 56, 57, and 58. So if it was 58 or 58.5, I said no play. But now I see it's 56. So there's a lot of volatility on that line. Over 56 is a play. I did bet it over 55.5. Over 56 should be fine. So today's game's Wednesday will be over 55.5 or over 56. Central Michigan, Northern Illinois. I expect both teams to be able to score the ball very easy because both defenses suck. And I'm going to take Bowling Green minus the 5. Yes, over 28 in the first half does look good in the total, and minus what is the first? What did I just bet it at? I bet Bowling Green -3. So for the first half, so that's good. Now, you're ready for college basketball. TDC, that's something that I want to talk about because I think we're going to keep these shows shorter. And I don't know if we're going to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday format, because Monday, who the fuck wants to talk about what's going on for the the weekend that was? What I want to do is I like to do Fridays with the MAC, not the MAC, the one where Fairfield, Manhattan, Iona, it's a conference I play. So I'm going to try to find a way where I can try to get some content to you guys, maybe even more than 3 times a week, but maybe in a 10 to 15 minute span, like pre-do it. Because I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I can cut the video and say, hey, look, this is what I'm playing. Because that's when I'm betting. That's when I bet. I don't bet now. I'm done. I might bet, when I get home for dinner for tomorrow, but that's when I do it. So maybe I could do something. It might not be live, but maybe do 1 or 2 live shows. Yeah, JD's Mondays has been great. There's no question about it. But see, again, this format really sucks for me because I'm really kind of forced to give content on games because you guys want it. I mean, there's only so many fucking stories you're going to hear or jokes I could tell. So with college basketball, it's something it's every day. So there might be 2 or 3 days in a row that I might like games that you guys might want. But the problem is, that I can't do them every day. So I think Monday's usually a big day in college basketball. So yeah, so I think we'll keep Mondays, but I'd rather maybe add one, or I just think we have to have a schedule. Otherwise, I'm going to piss everybody off. Excuse me. Not that I care, but I think we need a set schedule to do that. And, or I can just tape a couple and say, look, here's what I'm doing. Bang. And we got it. We'll do it that way. But yes, I am ready for college basketball. My wife will be in Vegas to see Virginia Baylor on November 18th. I did not want to go because I'm not going to fly 3,000 fucking miles to lose $100,000 to watch a basketball game by playing dice. I just can't win at fucking Caesar's Palace. So fuck them. Okay, so we got Wednesday. We know we're going over Central Michigan and Northern Illinois. We know we're going to play Bowling Green. On Thursday, there's a football game, an NFL game. So this is where it's tough for me to do this show and be consistent. I'm not betting the game on Thursday. Now, obviously, hey, give an opinion. Opinions are fucking bullshit because I'm not betting them. Just like I bet 3-team teasers for 10 points. And I said, okay, I'll stop. I'll get the other ones. Now, they all won. The 6.5 point NFL teasers won, but I don't bet them. And I feel it's like fucking cheating. If I'm not betting it, I'm telling you guys to bet them. It's like fucking somebody's wife. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. If the wife's not fucking for, if the husband's not fucking the wife, then somebody's got to fuck her. I know, crazy analogy, but my point is, I want to give you guys what I play. I will not bet the Philadelphia Eagle play game minus 14 against the Texans. I have a rule: never bet the worst team in football or one of the worst teams in football. I just don't do it, and the Texans are. But yeah, I did it last week, and I learned. So you put your hand on a frying pan, you get burnt. You don't fucking do it again. My other rule is I never lay 2 touchdowns on a road team, and I never do it on a Thursday. Laying 14 is taboo for me. Laying it on the road is double taboo. Laying it, on a midweek game is fucking triple taboo. Now, I'm not saying I like fucking the Texans because they suck. It's just a game that I'll just fucking pass on. There's no really need to do it. So I'm not going to do anything on that game. But I do have some good news for you. And we're going to talk a little bit of baseball. I'm going to give you an early Saturday pick. Oh, where is it? Peter. Not Peter. Where's my boy? Where's Wes? Wes, you cocksucker. Where are you? Wes, what is this right now? Look, Wes, right here. This is all you could eat for under $5. All you could eat for under $5, you fucking cock gobbler. Sorry, Wes. I love you, and I know you could take it. But you got the point under $5. Under that $5 bill is my dick. Got it? I mean, all right. Fuck you then, if you're not going to laugh. Go fucking hide in Southern California. Go out and riot. The rest of them fucking libtards that are out there. Okay. All right. So before I get into the baseball, which is very, very important. Oh, what is good, Factsman? I'm going to tell you right now, but Mike, I'll tell you right now. Thursday, I will play Coastal Carolina plus 3.5 at minus 132. No, Peter, I wouldn't do that to you. It's for Wes. Wes can take it in the tonsils. Wes takes it in the tonsils. Coastal Carolina 3.5 point underdog at minus 132. They're plus 3.5. They're plus 3 at minus 110. Fuck it, for an extra, couple of bucks, I'll take 3.5. I don't like 3. I don't want pushing games. I'm very satisfied with the survey you did. I'm sad. Very sad. But oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. That's great. What does my son say? Thumbs up, right? I mean, I guess it's good to do, but I don't give a fuck. So Coastal Carolina, Appalachia is not the same team. They're just not. Their offense seems to be sputtering. You see points, but I mean, I've watched them. They just don't look like the old App State of old. Coastal Carolina 7-1. I mean, they had a hiccup, a game that cost me money against Old Dominion, who played the game of their lives, and they happened to catch Old Dominion on a day that they did everything right, and they did in Coastal did everything wrong. But they're a 7-1 team. Why would I buy up if I'm confident in Coastal Carolina? Well, I'm a guy Eastside that always said I don't buy off a hook, I buy to a hook. So if that game falls 3, I don't want to push. I want to win or lose. So 3.5. It could be a close game and something bad could happen. Why not take 3.5? I mean, I didn't say I liked them on the money line. I just said I liked it at plus 3.5. So do I think Coastal Carolina will win the game? I probably think they will, but I'm not going to turn down 3.5 points unless I got to know that team could win by 7 before I take a money line bet. That's just me. So that's the way I look at it. You got Bowling Green minus 3.5. Is that good? I mean, come on, Don. Is that good? You always get the best line. If I'm laying 5 and you're laying 3.5, is that good? No, actually, it's not. I mean, come on. You know better than that. Of course, it's a good line. Fuck, 3.5 is an excellent line. So yeah, I'm gonna take Coastal there. It's really odd. Appalachian State's on their second road game all year long. And the last one they played they were a fucking huge favorite against Texas State, who sucks and got fucking beat and got beat pretty good. So I don't I don't like Appalachia staying in the spot. I think Coastal Carolina at home should be fine. So we're going to go with Coastal on that game. Series 10-14 so far, pretty easy. Coastal first half better line, way average has been playing. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, guys, again, why I don't like doing and giving these picks. I'm a first half better and then a live better. So I do play games. I play a lot of underdogs. I think I have a chance to win outright, or in a place like take like a case like tonight. I did bet. I will bet Coastal Carolina plus 3.5, but I probably will take a position on the first half, no question. So I do a lot of first half, and then I make my adjustments once the game starts. So that's what I like to do. That's just me. I'm going to give you an early release, then we're going to get into baseball for Saturday. Right now, I want everybody to get fucking. I don't care if you stop watching the video. Bet fucking Texas on Saturday minus 2.5 points against Kansas State. Okay, that's what you need to do. You need to do it now because that game could go to 3. It could go to 3.5. Fuck, I don't care if it was down at 2. It doesn't matter. But I mean, Texas will win by more than 3. I've done well with Kansas State. I had them last week. I've done, I pretty much have a good feel for that team. A couple things about this game. Texas lost to Alabama by 1 point. They lost 3 points. Texas Tech. Game they should have won. And Oklahoma State, had to score 14 points in the fucking second half in the fourth quarter to beat them. I know I had Oklahoma State. So, and I had Oklahoma State. So, yeah, did we get lucky? I don't know. We got lucky, but yeah, maybe we did. So they're in games. And I think you catch Kansas State after a 52-0 or 48-0 win last week. I think you get them in a ripe spot. That game doesn't happen last week. That score doesn't show up last week. Texas is a 7-point favorite based on my power ratings. So that team just quit when it was out of reach. The shutout and the line was doctored because of that, because everybody's seen it was on national television. But no, I mean, Texas is a better team, and they're a little bit of a hangover from a 48-0 win, and Texas had a bye week, 2 weeks to prepare for the game. That's, to me, that's strong. You got 2 weeks to prepare for one team. I like that. So I'm getting a team on a bye week, a team, looking to make a statement. Texas will be fine. Their players, their athletes in the skill position are so much better. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas. Get it now. This way you don't forget it. And I should have waited till Friday to give it to you, but I didn't. So what are we? 22. I got 8 minutes to go to get under 30. Okay. All right. So let me do a quick joke. Two guys are sitting there talking, and they're like, "Man, I'm really, really feeling bad. Like, we're fucking like all these married girls in town." So like, what do you want to do? He's like, "I don't know. Maybe we should talk to the priest and ask for some, help. Maybe he'll give us some advice." So you want to tell the priest we're fucking, all these married girls in town? So we got to tell somebody. So, fuck. Because I think I'll at least I'll make myself feel better. Because I'm really, really starting to feel bad at the shit that we're doing. So the guy goes into the fucking church and he goes to the confession booth. No, not the same confession booth as the last joke. Different fucking joke. Anyway, he goes in the confession booth and he says, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." He says, "Well, what have you done?" He says, "Father, I've been, me and Mikey, we've been fucking a lot of married girls in town." I don't think he said fucking. I think he said we've been having sex with, because you don't really say fucking to a priest. I mean, I do, but most people don't. So it's like, me and Mikey been, sleeping with a lot of married women in town. And priest says, "So Mrs. Thomas?" The guy's like, "No." "Was it Mrs. Mancini?" I was like, "No." "Had to be Mrs. I know it was. It was Mrs. Tirico." "No, Father." I said, "Okay, not a problem. Just 2 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers, and you'll be forgiven." So he does his penance, comes out, sees his buddy. He says, "Did you tell the priest?" He said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you feel better?" He says, "Yeah." He said, "Not only do I feel better, we got a couple of real solid fucking leads for the weekend." Well, yeah. Don play. What is it, bro? Coastal Carolina moved to 3. It's been 3. I bought it to 3.5. I think it was 3.5, but I think it went to 3. I thought it was a pretty good joke, Corey. Don't you think? Okay. So I don't really talk much baseball because I don't want to step on Joey Work's toes. I did tell you guys about the Phillies for the series. I got a really, really nice bet on Phillies in 5. So I took under 5.5 either way, but on Phillies in 5, I'm going to pay a fucking wheelbarrow full of money. So here's what I suggest based on what I've seen. Tonight, you guys bet the Phillies tonight. Okay. You bet the Phillies minus 109. I think they are minus 108. Whatever you win, you let it all go tomorrow on the Phillies again. You're parlaying the Phillies and the Phillies tonight and tomorrow. If they win tonight, they win the series. It's just the way the series goes. It's real fucking tough. It's real tough to win in Philly, and if they don't win tonight, they're fucking done. And no, I think aren't they doing Game 5 in? I don't really care where they play; it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking that is it 2-3, right? I think it's 2. I think they play 3 games in Philadelphia. Double check. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. World Series. Somebody check on that for me. I'm not really I'm not worried about it. You're not parlaying, Mike. What you're doing is you bet $100 in a fucking game, right? You bet $100 in a game and you win. Put the entire 200 the next day. You're just letting it all ride. They're playing in Philly on Thursday as well. They'll wrap it up at home. That game will never see Texas again. So I mean, I think Philly tonight, Philly tomorrow, game set match series. Philly wins it in 5. We'll all be happy motherfuckers. That crowd is crazy. A team is on a mission. It's nuts. But one thing I did do, I don't think the Astros could win in that ballpark. Philly can't lose. They're playing unbelievable ball. I mean, how don't you bet Philly first 5 the way they score early? But I found some props. 2 more in Philly. That's why I did it. Okay. All right, Nick. If they win tonight, then I was wrong. I mean, I can promise you one thing: it will not be the last time I'll be wrong on a game. But if I did the show yesterday, would you have said that the Astros would have won yesterday? Yes or no? Tell the truth. I respect honesty. Okay. I'm just curious. I don't know. Here's some props in baseball that I looked at that I think are fucking ridiculous, and I think it's stealing money. Total bases, Kyle Schwarber. Over a half, minus 135. You're from Houston. Of course you're going to be biased. Do you have a drum? Do you play the drums, Nick? Because I beat to a different drum. If you're from Houston, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Total bases, Schwarber, minus a half, minus 135. Think about this. The fuck is just got to get on base one time. Get hit by a pitch. Get hit in the balls. Walk. A single. Doesn't matter. Will Kyle Schwarber get on base minus a half? Minus 135? Pounded that like a motherfucker. Second, Christian Javier hits allowed in the game. 3.5. I bet it over. The way they're playing, he might give up 4 hits in the first fucking inning. That's easy. Over 3.5 hits. So, what if you don't pitch that long? Well, if you don't pitch that long, he's out of the game. He's fucking out. He's given up more than 3.5 hits. First 5 innings, Philly team total 1.5, minus 131. So you mean to tell me the way they've been scoring in the first half, which I told you every first half has gone over, every one. And Philly's been the most of the scoring. So I can go over 1.5 runs for the first 5 innings, minus 131 for the Phillies. Fuck, that's a bloop and a blast in the first or the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth. That's fucking easy. The last one is, I don't want to, Bryce Harper, 1.5 bases. Total bases, 1.5. I'm not in love with this, but here's what I'm thinking. They could walk him because he's been hot. He could walk. He gets singles. He hits one double. He hits one extra base hit. You cash your ticket. So I got an entire game. He may get 5 at bats. So who knows? But 2 bases. Like I say, I think that's a pretty good bet. And I'm getting the reason I took that. I initially had 4, but I looked and it was like plus 140. And to me, at plus 140, that looks like a good bet. The first, the fifth one, the first 4, I think are easy. Phillies team total, first 5 over 1.5 runs. Javier hits allowed over 3.5. Total bases, Schwarber over a half. What is this here? I wrote something down. Phillies team total. Wait, yeah, no, it was only 4. But that's what I like. Nola gave up 5 quick runs in game 1. Then Strohs blew it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? My man, Austin. You could find it strange that the Texans are playing the Eagles this week of the World Series. Yeah, that is kind of a coincidence, isn't it? But it always seems to happen like that. 11-2 is 22-10 attack spot, 10-14 score. Yeah, whatever you said, Mike, I agree with you. I don't know what it is, but fuck yeah, let's do it. Whatever you're saying. Anyway, I think Philly wins. I think Philly scores. I mean, baseball is a game of streaks. When teams are hitting and players are hitting, they continue doing it. And I do not see Philadelphia, letting up. I think that crowd, that pitcher got so fucking rattled last night, whether they were stealing signs. And if they're stealing signs, that's great. That's fine too. But I definitely like Philly tonight. I like them tomorrow. And them prop bets, I know I talk fast, so you might have to play this back. But that's who I like. Gave you my joke. Early bet on Texas. We got Coastal tomorrow, not touching the football game. So we got early bet on Texas, and we got our total tonight in the Central Michigan game to go over, and we got Bowling Green. And again, I have no issues with you guys going first half because I did. Hey Ray, what's up, buddy? Good to see you as well. Hey, you ever run into Shinbon, Scott? Ray? I don't. I forgot to ask. Corey if he has. But I haven't seen him in a long fucking time. Man, I used to love doing them fucking Don Bez videos, unfucking censored, uncensored, and never. We are Al George. We are Al George. Okay. Also, nor over. I don't know what that is. I don't know what nor over is. Jay, before I go, because I'm running late. What is nor over? McCullough, how to do it? I don't know. Well, again, the tennis match. When you said nor, I was like, what the fuck? Nori. Yeah, it's Norrie. Spell check. All right, guys, look, I'm going to be back on Friday. We got a lot to discuss Friday. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of football. So a nice 33-minute show. We'll end it on that. JJ wasn't here to bust my balls. I like that. Anyway, Jack Koff. I like that. It's a good name. You guys are stealing my shit here. I don't like that. Yeah, that's what I meant. The tennis plays. What's up, Fran? Sorry the show's ending, but repeat it. It's pretty good. Moreover. Okay. Anyway, guys, it's been great. I'm gonna end the book on the fucking guys. I gave the tennis over in the Nori match, so I gotta go. I'm late, 33 minutes. All right, guys. Be here Friday at 5. Enjoy the week of football. Action tonight. Football Fridays, Thursday, Wednesday, a lot of shit. So, as always, have a great day. Good luck. And as always, go